Hi, Zena, Warthog Princess, and welcome to another Vera Bradley haul. This one is a combination of retail, outlet, and eBay, and actually that will come in the reverse order. So let's start with the eBay stuff. All of the sellers everything was as advertised, which is great. That's always a good thing. And everything showed up no problems, so that's cool. The first item is one of my favorites. If you've been watching my videos, I definitely really like them, and that's a pencil pouch trio. I think this is like the fifth one. I have Romantic Paisley, Sure Thing, Pretty Posies, and Kaleidoscope, and now I have Vine's Floral, which actually is a really nice one. This one is a little bit different setup. Normally it's 3 different patterns. This one is 2 of the main pattern, and then this other one. And that's not even the interior pattern. So I don't know what they came up with it, but I like this set particularly because it's black background, but then multicolored. So it'll match a lot more of the items. So I think now with the 5 different sets that I have something to match pretty much everything, at least maybe not match, but close enough. So that it gives me some options. But these are great for so many things. And so anyway, there you go. If you're not familiar, these are the nylon. And they do have a quick release that separates them. And there's a small, a medium, and a large. But they're very simple. They're not lined or anything. They're kind of like a windbreaker material. You can see the grid of sort of the nylon construction. But anyways, those are definitely great. The next item I got is a Lighten Up Drawstring jewelry pouch. Now, I've never had one of these. In fact, I didn't know Vera made them. I've seen them in other companies. I've never owned one from anywhere. But blue tonal stripe is this pattern. And it is, in fact, Lighten Up. It's got the double drawstring, which is great. And I like the Lighten Up. They work really well. Anyway, I thought because Lighten Up is a little bit water resistant and it's wipeable, that it would be better for the long term. Plus, I already have the Ditty Bag in blue tonal stripe. So I thought, hey, that matches and that makes it easy for me. Any excuse will do to buy more Vera. Hi, Kelly, come on. You get up here? Okay, now she wants to say hi. Hi. You want to see that? Silly girl. Okay, get down. Good girl. Lucy's laying down over here. She's having a rough go of it, but she's resting. All right, so this jewelry pouch is pretty simple. It's got like a solid blue nylon interior, and then it has these pockets around the outside, these slips. So there's 1, 2, okay, I'll just count the sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There you go. And it just cinch it down, and you can carry a lot of stuff in there. I just thought this would be great for miscellaneous items, but I really thought for travel, for the bracelets would be where I might do that, but we'll see. I just thought it'd be nice. Something different. The next item is a coin purse. It actually is a lot like a Gen Zip ID. And this is from 23 Pines. And I mentioned her by name because I did order the cosmetic trio in Midnight Blues from her. And she figured out who I was and saw the review and sent me a note. So I feel really bad that I didn't say where it was from because it was a good experience. I should. As appropriate, give shout outs. So thank you, and thanks again because I did go back and order something else. But anyways, so shout out to you, and sorry I neglected that the first time. But all right, so this is something I haven't seen before, but it's a lot like the Gen Zip ID. And the Gen Zip, here I have one in Winterberry to compare. So you can see there's a snap pocket on the front, a zipper pocket on the back, so very similar. And the difference is the Gen Zip has the clear ID, like a zip ID on the back, and the coin purse one doesn't have that. That's okay though. Because I just thought, I mean, this is denim. It's like real denim, not like the fake denim looking material. It's actually denim, which is classic. And to me, this is vintage Vera. I don't think it's made in the States. I think it's still, yeah, made in China. But my friend, who has appeared on my channel, her name is Jill. She has a bag that actually matches this. It's a cute bag. I really liked it. But anyways, I got this thinking, oh, I would love this, but even if I decide I don't want it, it'll be a great gift for her. But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna keep it because I really like it. I don't know, it's just one of those things. I think it just filled with coins would feel great. Anyway, funny things. But very similar to the Gen Zip. So I brought that out for comparison. Put the side side-by-side comparison. I'm gonna put this one behind. So you can see that the Gen Zip is just slightly bigger in this direction. They're the same height. And the difference is though, the Gen Zip pocket goes all the way to the top on the snap pocket, and the other one doesn't quite go to the top. So it's a little bit smaller pocket, but plenty big. I mean, it's fit cards and whatnot, but it's nice embroidery, VB on the front, everything. And the only thing about it that I might need to fix is, well, two things. Nothing from the seller, not anything wrong with that. It's just the way the product is made. Is these zipper pulls, they're unfinished on the ends, and so as denim does, that will begin to fray over time. And initially, that probably won't be a problem, but if I use it a lot, that could, you know, I don't want it to fray out my whole thing. So I might just go to the sewing machine and just do an edge stitch on there to just kind of keep it from over fraying out. Just a thought. And then the other thing is, the way this zipper is, it actually has one of those untethered ends, which I tucked in because that's how I prefer it. But anyways, it's one of those ones that sticks out like that, which means that you have to hold it to close it. Not a huge deal, but you don't really lose much by tucking that in, so I tucked it in. Anyways, I'll retuck it in, but it worked just fine, and to me it was a cleaner edge, so that's how I'm gonna use it. I won't tuck it back in. And that also, same thing, the denim edging on there, maybe I'll leave it out and fix that too. Just kind of want to fray. Can you see what I'm talking about? It's already just a little bit frayed. And it's fine. I want denim to fray, it's fine, but just put an edge so it doesn't lose its integrity. Anyway, enough about that. Next items. There's actually two sets. These are the Slim Journal sets, and I got the Falling Flowers, which says, "Be your own kind of beautiful" on the one side. It's like a sort of a forest green with white and gold dots on it, kind of embossed. And then the other one is the Falling Flowers. I think it's Falling Flowers. Yeah, Falling Flowers. And the other one is the Modern Medley set. So you got your Modern Medley and then the pink and black. So those are great. Now, I brought out some ones I already had to compare to make a point. So Vera doesn't really make these anymore, unfortunately, because I really like these. They're a perfect size for me to stick inside my passport wallet and put that in a purse. So then you have like a grab and go thing or just a little notebook and whatever. But this is Mini Concerto. It's one of the older ones. The older sets had one that was blank and one that was lined. These are all lined, which actually I like that improvement. But when they went from this to, like here's one in Holiday Owls from that set, the size changed. So the same width and the same thickness, basically, but the newer ones are a little bit taller. And it's just enough that these do not fit actually in the passport slot. I mean, they still fit in the notebook within the confines of it, but they're untethered in there, so technically loose, they could fall out. But this is perfect. Now, if these came out, this is the size I would want. Because this bigger piece, you don't gain anything from that except that it doesn't fit. So yeah, for what that's worth. But these do have perforated pages. Can you see that? So I've used this notebook a bunch of times, and you can pull the pages out really easily and really cleanly, which is nice. So more paper. Oops, there was a Gen Zip. All right, next item I got is a pajama top. This is in Stitch Flowers and pajama baseball tee. This is an extra large size because I'm a big girl, but it says, "I love naps." It's just a nice jersey knit. It's really comfortable, really soft. It hasn't been washed yet, but it has the Stitch Flowers pattern on the sleeves. Now, the reason I got this is because I already have the pants. I bought them a long while back, probably an online outlet sale, but I just got the pants at the time, and I ended up deciding after all this time to get the shirt that goes with it, so there you go. Now I have a complete set. All right, next item is the blush and brush, or large blush and brush in Fireworks Paisley. I do have almost everything in the Fireworks Paisley, but I didn't have this. And seeing how it's disappearing rapidly, I decided to go ahead and get it. It didn't really need this piece. I just wanted it. I don't know. It's funny, but these are nice big cosmetic or multifunctional piece. I've done a lot of talking recently about this type of bag because they can be used for so many different things. This one is cotton on the outside. It's quilted all the way around everything. And the inside of this, the main compartment, is plasticized, and it's got the nice pattern, but it's that like totally wipeable, the whole thing. It has 2 mesh pockets on each side, and it's gusseted on the side. So this kind, like I prefer the ones that stand like this generally, but this one stands this way. It's gusseted on both sides, so you can fit a lot in there, and you can easily fit full-size shampoos and stuff in here. They just might have to lay down if they're tall. But great cosmetic or makeup or other things. And then here's your other side, your brush side. You have your brush slots and your cover. And that is also plasticized as well, so completely wipeable. And then on this side, you have a clear plastic pocket with a zipper. And inside of that is also totally wipeable. So really nice piece. I thought it was time to go ahead and add that to the collection there. So go back to fold mode. Oh, folding. This is one of those ones like, okay, it's gonna put a crease in the bottom of it, but you saw it really easily comes out. It is the sort of almost semi-rigid bottom, but I think it's just by virtue of the materials. There may be a little stiffener piece in there as well, but certainly not removable. But it just folds right back down so that you can store it flat. Flattish. Yeah. Okay, so that was it. I've already gone into the outlet stuff, so starting with the pajama top and then the Fireworks Paisley, that's from Online Outlet. The next item I got from Online Outlet is a backpack. Yeah, because I needed a backpack, right? This one is a large essential, which is a factory style, and it is in Art Butterflies. I think that's the name. I took the tag off already. And this is in Lighten Up also. So here's the bottom of it. You see the whole thing, the way it's folded. You know, these bags, you can fold them any number of ways. You can crimp the bottom, you can leave it flat and fold it forward, or you can leave it flat and fold it backwards, whatever. This is fine. This is the way it came. It'll store just like that, just fine. So this bag, if you're not familiar, it's the largest of the outlet style bags. It has a zipper pocket on the front, and these are the rubber zipper pulls. It has just a plain interior. It's sort of like a deep pink, almost mauve-ish color, but it matches nicely. It gives it a nice pop of highlight or accent on the bag. The second pocket is your organizational pockets. You have a slip, you have 4 pen slots, you have a clear ID window, and then you have just a good space in that pocket. So you can see it's like this big. It's a pretty good pocket. And then the next pocket is this little one on the front. It's right here at the top. It's kind of a hidden zipper. And this pocket is pretty good size actually. It's about this big, right there on the top. And it's hooded zipper or whatever. And then the next is the main pocket. And the main pocket is quite large, of course. It is really from right there all the way to the bottom. And inside you have 2 slips on the front part, and then you have a zip pocket on the back. And this zip pocket goes to about the same depth that the side zippers go, which is right about here. That's just the scent thing in there. So that is that. So there's 2, it's a double zipper there for the main pocket. And then there's a laptop or a tech side zipper. And there you go. It's nice padded, both sides there. It does have these mesh pockets on the side, plenty big enough for a water bottle or other things. And it's pretty adjustable. Kind of has a nice carrying handle on the top. So now this pattern, I really wasn't interested in. I mean, I kind of thought, oh my God, that's cute. That's very artsy, like literally artsy. So I had left it alone because I had no need for it. But in reality, I do. And here is why. And this is just more glimpse in my crazy brain. But I got this strictly for my art stuff. Like, I'm not an artist, to be clear. But I like to color now and then. And so I've somehow, since I retired 6 years ago, I've accumulated a lot of stuff. Pens, pencils, other pens, different kinds of pens. I've got gel pens. Anyways, you'll see in a sec because we're gonna go through why. So I got this big backpack to put like the books and things into, but I also got lunch bunch, and this one is already packed. So here's the Lighten Up lunch bunch. Again, this is a factory style and whatnot. It's the same pattern, and inside this is nice. If you were watching my video on the Performance Twill lunch bunch in Park Stripe, that was pretty recent, it did not have a double zipper, and I was saying that it should. This is where I got that idea, by the way, because this is my second one of these. But so it opens up fully, but it's nice. So what do I have in here? I have some twistable Crayola. I've got some other mixed pen. There's like skinny end and paintbrush end, a pencil sharpener, more pens, whoa, pencils, different kind of pencils that came with a coloring book, more pencils, sets. Some of these were gifts, by the way. And then I have a Statler set, you know, and yeah, pencils, and more pencils and pens. So this one is set up mostly with like miscellaneous and pencils. So plenty of room for more stuff in there, but I decided this worked out so great I bought a second one. So that is the first of two. But then I also bought the other style. This is the lunch cooler, and I got this because I thought, well, there are some other things maybe that I might put in here, like artsy wise, crafts wise, program, but it's pretty big. So it stands vertically, so I don't know, I thought I'd give it a whirl. It was a good price. So there you go. And that's my hard stuff. But what goes in it? Let me give you an example. So I have the most recent book I was using is this little book. Let me show you. Yeah, so you can see I've colored a bunch of things. Here's one of my recent ones. These are gel pens. They have that like sheen to it. They're all glittery. Anyways, yeah. So it's mindless, and it's great for times like this when you're sitting at home and you just need to pass a little time and you just want to not think about things. And then I have these printouts from Vera. They came with this, obviously is very recent. It's like Garden Grove style. And they also had a printout with the Sea Life. So I colored a couple of those. I'm terrible coloring, but okay, so let me show you another one. There's three that I've gotten over time now. So there's those two, and there's one that I had gotten a while back that's more like Bohemian Blooms, I think, or something like that. But I colored all of them. So there's my blooms, my fruit, I just made dots, and then my Sea Life. I tried to make it like sandy, but really lame. Anyway, so I needed something to put all this stuff together and keep it together. Then I have Vera coloring book. This is a fun one. There's only one that I haven't finished, and that's Java Blue. That's a hard one. But it's colored. Look. Kind of looks like the Vera patterns. Kind of funny. Not very creative, but mindless. Okay, so there's those, but that's just an example because then I have more coloring books, and some of these are actually Vera coloring books. Let's look at that. Yeah, because it's cool. And it's applicable. And they're not new, but they are cool. Okay. So here we go. We have this coloring collection 4-book set, 20 cards each. Now I say cards because they can actually be taken out. I haven't opened it, but I've had it for a really long time. But each of the 4 books has 20 note cards. So you color them and then you can actually send them as a postcard, which is actually kind of cool. But yeah, I just haven't gotten to them yet. There's Color Beautiful, Color Bold, Color Bright, Color Strong. So, and a little box to store them in. So that's cool, but that needs to be kept together. And then I've got Seize the Day. These I got on Amazon, by the way, but only because I missed them when they were out for real. Seize the Day, Paisley patterns, Floral patterns, which are my favorites, Paisleys and Florals. And then Enjoy the Journey, and I just love the topic of that, so yeah. And they're not just patterns, they are patterns, but there's also little quotes and sayings and like, travel far enough and you will meet yourself. So little things like that. And then there's also colorful pages interspersed, a few, like every few, some older patterns, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so those are the Vera coloring books, and I wanted to put them in a nice place, so for sure all the Vera stuff will go in one backpack. And guess what? There's more. There's all of these, and just all different, yeah. I don't know, it's like once people figure out you want to color and then they start sending you books, that's been kind of funny, but I have tons of coloring books. I will never finish them all. But if people come over, there's plenty to pick from. Then I have a book of puzzle books, not for coloring. Yeah, so clearly I needed a place. Then you have this, I am way off topic and it's just that kind of day, roll with it. I have the biggest coloring book ever, coloring fun for the whole family. I actually have only colored one in here. That's kind of cool. This one is nice because I can use the big fat Crayola pens and just color like a kid. It's great. I think I started another one I haven't finished in here. Yeah, oh, there you go. Very Southwestern looking, but it's fun. It's big. You can just really, you don't have to squint to see anything. On that note, bringing it back around to Vera, I did for the first time pull out my readers. Now, if you know my story at all, I don't wear glasses and I'm like this close to needing them for distance. But apparently this close also for near, because I was coloring tiny stuff in this other little book and I was using the gel pens, which are fine points, and I just felt like I was going to, so I put those readers on, just the 1 point, or yeah, whatever the lowest one is, 1.0. They were perfect, but I couldn't see crap anywhere else, but that piece right there was perfect. So I'm finally using them. I knew I would need them someday, so I stocked up ahead of time, which is just cracked me up at the time, but now I'm glad I did. So anyways, I have like 3 pairs, 3 different strengths. Yeah. So blah, 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 blah. And last thing on the art note, see, I have this set of gel pens in like 50 million colors, which is great, but they run out of ink real fast. It's only good for small stuff. And then my other art caddy has more pens and pencils, and yeah, you get the idea. Now you've seen it all. All right, so continuing on with the haul, we're still on the outlet, the online outlet. I've got the iconic mini Ditty Bag Set. I really like these. Well, I'm a Ditty Bag fan because they're so versatile for so many things. But I like these because they come with 2 different size bags and they have the double drawstring. At least I think. I haven't looked at this one. This one is in Butterfly Flutter. And it's actually 3 pieces because you get this little clear piece that you can use even, it's not labeled as it's by itself, but you use it as a little stadium purse, like a little thing, which is great. For just storing other things in, which is perfect. The Butterfly Flutter, by the way, was a breast cancer pattern. I think a lot of people didn't realize that because it's not all pinky pink. It is very pink on the inside, but anyway, so there's your proof, your pink tag. And inside this bag also has Butterfly Flutter on the trim, just like the sets normally do. So we have 2 sizes. You have a regular size, basically, but it is a different style. See, you have, it's still the rolled, padded rolled handle, but you got the double drawstring. This is my preference because you just, I don't know, it just works better. I'm old school, I don't know. And the other ones work fine, but the regular style is only one and it's tethered at the bottom, so it's just different. And I don't necessarily like that. These are still not sewn in on the bottom, and again, that's okay, but my preference is the older style ones that were sewn around the bottom. So I don't know if they're not doing it that way because it decreases the waterproofedness, or because I don't think it does. I don't think it changes it. Or if it's just easier, so it's cheaper and simpler to make them this way, but I like it the other way, just saying. Not to be repetitive, because that is a theme, I just definitely, so I do like the double pulls, but okay, so that's the butterfly one, and it's stiff because it's new, so okay, we got that one, and then this one is bigger, and this is the interior pattern, and it's not huge, but it's, compared to a regular, I mean, it's, you know, so this one's a little smaller than normal, and this one's bigger than normal. Kind of how it works, but it is big. Same thing, it's got not sewn in, but it's a bucket bottom. Nice big, that's big. So this is great, really great for like dirty clothes when you're traveling, so you can keep the clean and dirty separate. or heck, for that matter, you can put your clean on the inside and dirty on the whatever. Whatever works. But it's big, or like a whole family of wet clothes at the beach or something. But again, there's your double pulls. So let's look at them side by side. And what I'll do is I'll just hold them with the bottom rolled in. Okay, this is why I'd like it not to be, because it won't fold right now. All right, so these, if you put them, the rolled edge and rolled edge side by side, we've got the comparison there. So it's about 2/3 the size overall, but definitely a much bigger bag. And proportionally on the bottom as well. Look how big that one is versus, again, that stupid plastic piece. So it's twice as big on the bottom. But there you go. That's the set. I will fold that up later. Ooh, I'm sweating. Pardon the casual outfit. It's pool day. It is hot enough and the water's warm enough, so it's be the first day I go in the pool. So I'm all dressed and ready. Next item I got 3 RFID Riley compact wallets. I do like these. You've seen them before. In fact, my current bag, which is sitting right in front of me, is the Reactive Hipster in Gray Heather, and it has one in it. If you saw that, what's in my bag, you saw the classic navy. So now I have the classic black, I've got the charcoal gray, and then I've got, I think it's painted medallions. I may not misspeak on that. Yeah, painted medallions. And I got this one and this one because I thought one of these will surely match the grays better, but also because the painted medallions matches Super Bloom Sketch, which I don't have any handbags, but I have a expandable tote and a grand backpack. So here's that. This is not new, but I brought it out just to show, like, color wise, it actually totally goes. So I have this luggage tag on this backpack. So you see how it goes. It's mixy matchy. And let me grab this bag real quick because then my keys are hanging out of it. All right, so the gray, let's see which one matches. I've got the charcoal. It's not a great match, but it matches better than the navy. I don't know. And then you have the black, so I probably would use either the black or the gray. But this will also be good for other things like maybe Park Stripe, because it's a different gray, but there's darker grays in the pattern. So is that how my mind works. I just think of that way. All right, so get over there. Too many things. So all 3, let's just pick one. Let's look at the black one. We'll look at the interior of all of them though. This one's your microfiber, same old one. This one you have, I actually don't like this interior so much. It's fine, but to me it's one of those ones like, how does that match that? I mean, the colors dip, but style-wise, that's a miss for me on the match, but it's fine. It's fine. And then the black, this is an older one with the moon blooms on the inside. So the Riley compact wallet, you have a zipper coin area on the outside. You have a slip as well, right there. You have a snap, and there's 2 snaps. So when you're using it, like in the smaller version, you can use that, but you have an expanded spot, the second snap. You open it up, and you have 10 card slots. I'm sorry, it's upside down. Yeah. You have 5 here and 5 here, so this little flap. It is RFID, of course. And then inside you have 3 more card slots here. You have a clear ID window there. And then you have 1 slip, 2 slip, and then you have a big zipper all the way across the top. So very good organization for a small wallet. And so I really, really like that about these wallets. And so obviously it fits in the smaller bags. Not the smallest you can go. So to me, this is actually like a medium wallet compared to usually I have large and extra large normally. All right, and then this, which I just provided for reference, this was a Lighten Up medium cosmetic in Super Bloom Sketch. So pretty simple buy. All right, next 2 items. I got 2 aprons. I actually have some Vera aprons from the annual sale 2 years ago, but I thought these are newer patterns and just kind of color things up. I rarely wear aprons, but I thought they're great gifts. And actually I like aprons, and since I'm sitting at home doing more cooking and things, I might as well. So I got the Tangerine Twist. I left them in the bag though, because I don't want to unfold them and then try to pull them back up since I have other ones, which I will wear first and keep these just in case I need a gift or something. So that's nice. And actually it's pink, but it has little tangerines in there. You guys see that? And then this, I don't know what that is, some other fruit. Yeah, so it's fun. And then there's, I want to say lemons, but it doesn't match the tree. Anyway, lots of fruit. It's fun. It's a fruity kind of year for Vera, I guess. And then the other one is Paisley Noir. So it's black and white and gray. And so it's not manly, but I do have a friend that I got this in mind. Is a guy, and he does cook a lot. So, I mean, he lives by himself, so of course he cooks all the time. He fancies himself a chef, but anyway. So maybe I thought a possible gift for him, chances are, is mine, but anyway. Okay, now this next item is not new. I mean, it's rather new, but it's not from this haul. But I brought it out because recently discovered through a friend, because they figured it out and then I checked it. The waterproof foam pouch with lanyard. So this is your Rosy Garden picnic pattern. I obviously haven't used it, and it's a waterproof case. But the reason I got this out, this little pink, it's like a rubber, it's not soft rubber, it's like a, anyways, this piece that goes around the outside, which is, just gives it a little bit of structure to the outer. Anyway, it glows in the dark. It totally glows. So that's pretty cool, and I just thought I'd share that. If that's something you're interested in, or you have kids, or you camping a lot, you could find it because it glows really bright, actually. So that's kind of a cool little nifty tidbit I thought I would share. Now, that's it for the online outlet sale. I mean, there's a decent amount of items. As always, I will put the prices for the online outlet stuff down below so you can kind of see where the sale's gone. I did miss out on one thing though that I really, really wanted, and it was a backpack. It's just called backpack. It used to be called the Iconic backpack. Now they dropped the word iconic, but it came out in a few other patterns. I have a couple of them already. It looks like a giant Hadley, essentially. And it was in this Dream Paisley. I had to think about that. Dream Paisley. So it was the colors of Dream Tapestry and Dream Diamonds, but it was Paisley's, and it was beautiful, and the interior was great, and it was like almost free, and it disappeared faster than I could check out, and I was so disappointed. So for all of you that got that, good on you, and damn it, the next time. I don't know, I missed it. Anyway, so the next item is not something I bought, but I did pay for it, if that makes sense. So this is from the VIP tickets to the annual outlet sale, and so it came with this letter, which got pretty trashed in the mail, but it says, "Dear friend, thanks so much for being a VIP customer. I'm disappointed we won't get to see you this year at the annual outlet sale. I've attended the Vera Bradley outlet sale since our first one in '83, which was so small we held it in a 10 by 10 tent in our hometown of Fort Wayne, Indiana. We've come a long way since then. The sale now attracts tens of thousands of fans from all 50 states and beyond. And I'm sure we'll be together again soon, shopping, laughing, and having fun. Until then, take care and stay well. Barbara Bradley Bygard, Vera Bradley co-founder," and then it's a, it's a printout signature. But I thought it was really nice. And the thing that is really nice about it is when they postponed the sale, they rolled the tickets over to next year, which is great because I fully intend to go, especially because I missed this year. But they still sent out the special tote that was supposed to be our gift from this year. So I thought that was really class act on Vera's part. They didn't have to do that. And so I don't know, like, if the people that requested their refunds to the tickets, if they still get that tote. If you have that question, I can't answer it. I have no idea. But it's a thought that popped in my head, so here it is. Anyway, so what it looks like, this is the tote. And let's see what it says. It says it's the VIP tote, has its own name, and it says Moonlight Navy. But we know this pattern on it is Penelope's Garden. So here's your Moonlight Navy. It's a denim-like material. I would say it's a very lightweight denim. It's an outlet style denim. I think the outlet actually has Moonlight Navy stuff currently. Not that you could go there and look at it right now, but I think, if I recall. But anyways, it's kind of a grayish blue. Anyways, it's fine. It does match the pattern well. The pattern, obviously, Penelope's Garden is the shape of Indiana. And this pattern, if you haven't seen it, does have little hedgehogs. All I got was a butt. I got the butt of the hedgehog. And this pattern is kind of a funny one to me. Like, this is clearly the way Indiana looks, and this is upright, and they embroidered this little heart where Fort Wayne is. I don't know, so cute. But to me, it looks like this pattern is upside down. So when I turn it up there, okay, that looks upright to me, except obviously the embroidered heart that's on top is upside down, but that's irrelevant. But it's actually correct. This is correct, but it just looks like that should be upright. Just the way the stems go. That's just me, but well, whatever. Okay, so the tote. It is a factory style tote. It is smaller than a small Vera. I should have brought it out for comparison. It's probably like an east-west size-ish, a little bigger than a Mandy. It's somewhere in that range. The straps are a little narrower than like my Vera, by about 2/3. And the inside has the Penelope's Garden, which is nice, so you can see the pattern. And you can see I have lots of hedgehogs, well not lots, but I have a few. So you can see what the hedgehog actually looks like, kind of, sort of. I can bend the fabric. There he is. He's a cute little hedgehog. Silly, but anyway, I do like purples, so that's nice, and I like teals, and the mint, okay, it's fine. The only thing I have in that pattern is the zip ID that I bought specifically for this tote because I knew what this looked like, and this just arrived. So anyway, inside has 3 slips on each side, kind of like the Vera totes do. So it's like a simple, it's just an outlet version. And this one came folded like that. It does have a semi-rigid bottom. So in this case, it totally makes sense that they would maintain the integrity of the bottom and then fold it up into the back of the bag. So there you go. I will of course do the same. So put the straps back inside and then fold it so it can lay flat like that. There you go. The VIP tote. Oh. Yeah, I'll put that in a binder somewhere else. All right, and the last item I got is from Macy's. It was on sale, and not as good of a sale as it should have been, but I bought it anyway because I love the journeys and I like this pattern. But it is retail side, and it is the Journey backpack, Lighten Up in Holland Bouquet, which is the pair partner pattern to Holland Garden. That's really nice. It's subtle but very feminine. And it still has those bits of color, and it's like a purpley or a lavender color in there, in the peach, lavender and peach and blue. So really cool. And the Journey backpacks, of course, are one of my favorites. It's got just pockets everywhere. There are videos where we go in depth, in depth, in depth. So let's take a quick look at it today. We've got pocket on the front, just a simple pocket. It does have a slip in there where you can put your phone if you want. That's not where I would put mine generally, I think, but there it is. You got a double zipper on the next pocket, which is pretty big. It has a mesh zipper pocket on the front, and then you have 2 slips, 2 pen slots, and good space. And double zipper. Obviously, very peachy inside. You have the top compartment where you have the semi-rigid removable base that's felt lined, so you can put sunglasses or something up there, or you can take that base out and use it for whatever. You have your main compartment here. Again, it's double zipper, very pinky peach. You've got 2 mesh slips and then just big open space. Close that back up. All of the zipper pulls are the rope zipper pulls, very standard for Lighten Up. Then on the back, you have the tech side, big tech. You can fit a nice big computer in there. And then you also have, this is where I'd probably put my phone and my wallet, right in this pocket. It does go all the way across, and it's like this big all the way across. So it's a nice big pocket. And here's a wallet, for example. Easily fit right in there. Heck, you could fit 2 or 3 across. Yeah, you could actually fit 2 side by side. Oops, I'm gonna put my hand in, did that. So your wallet and your phone would fit. There you go. On the back has a cross strap, and just like the extra large campus, the chest strap is adjustable. Not as obviously though. You see it has this like little cover, but if you flip that up, you see it has this little thing. So these actually are adjustable. I did not know that until that other backpack. So yay, that's cool. But anyway, it has a chest strap. It has a lot of adjustability. You can detach these straps, tuck them in back here, and then you can carry it like a suitcase if you so desire. That's probably not how I would carry it, but you could. And if I was going like using this as my second carry-on at the airport, which is highly likely, you've got your trolley sleeve right here, and so you can tuck your sleeves completely in. I mean your straps, not your sleeves. Anyway, so there you go. That's a nutshell. Quick review. And that's it for this one. Sorry for being all over the place, but yeah, it's just been weird week. I do have more stuff coming, so I'm gonna try some new things. I got some surprises, not surprises. Anyway, you'll see next time. But thanks for watching. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing better than me this week, honestly. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. But stay safe, stay home, keep doing what you're doing. If you're working, thank you for what you're doing. You're staying home, thank you for doing that. Just do your part, whatever that part is. And don't forget to washy. So take care. Bye for now.